This is Daily. I'm your host. I did not put one out yesterday. I got super freaking busy. But whatever. I still did take 5 minutes. I made sure of it. So that was cool. I just didn't want to deal with the extra stuff. It takes less than a couple of minutes, but honestly, it was a mad day, and those days happen sometimes. Yeah. Did have an interesting experience over the last couple of days with a job I was working on that ended up really. I'm going to nerd out a little bit here. You don't have to really listen or whatever. You can just breathe for 5 minutes and stop this. It does not matter. It really was a straight line of like the downfall of stuff due to AI slop. And it was just interesting the way it happened and that the way I was able to track it. So essentially, at its most basic, I'm just making a kiosk mode on a Raspberry Pi, right? But Raspberry Pi 5, one of their operating system upgrades, switched from using Xorg or X Windows or X11, if you will, window manager for their GUI and used Wayland, which is different. It's a little bit more modern, a bit more automated. I'm still not 100% certain if it's better. It seems less complicated, which is nice. Regardless, all of the articles, instructions, GitHub gists, etc., that were about turning a Pi into a kiosk, which essentially means that you turn it on, and instead of coming up with the Pi information and then a desktop and then a website, it looks like it's just a device. Yeah, so all of those were done back when the Raspberry Pi OS, which is a port of Debian, used a different window manager. They ended up switching to Wayland and LightDM, which is Light Desktop Manager. But here's the funny thing, is that the training data was all done initially on real human people doing a thing. Now that was before Wayland was in common practice, which means that for some reason, I still have not quite figured out why, besides just collecting and selling data, which doesn't seem worth it, like monetarily, unless you're operating at a massive scale. I don't see why people feel the need to generate content. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Sorry, thought of something else. Anyway, so all of this AI slop based on this training data comes up. It'll sit here and be smart and be like, oh, well, with the new Raspberry Pi 5 OS or the new Raspberry Pi OS x64, Debian Trixie, Debian whatever. And then they regurgitate the stuff that they have in their training models. No one obviously told them to look at release notes or anything like that, so it did not happen. So that means that the language models are pretty useless for this specific thing, for this specific task, for this specific set of hardware. So, yeah, screw it. I'm old school. I know how to search for things. And I searched, and through the first 4.5 pages of search results on both, well, I only did 4.5 pages on DuckDuckGo. It was 2 pages on Google. It was all AI garbage. None of those were people who actually had the operating system that was mentioned. That was just in there because whatever AI garbage made that article was like, this is the most recent version. And we've kind of lost people who we haven't lost. I'm sorry, that's not fair. the market for people who know what the hell they're doing versus ones who can get something hacked together is a lot bigger these days. And so there's lots of good articles on there about how to make this garbage work. It's all hacky workarounds and everything like that. And it's just because the base information is old, and then it just becomes the cycle. And yeah, it's not great. It's also why I am unconcerned entirely about it taking over the world. Not intentional. It's going to be a bunch of really incompetent agents attempting to take over the world, but I guess we're just replacing politicians with computers. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So anyway, just a bit of a rant I wanted to go on. Again, I keep trying not to make this like a, you know what really grinds my gears thing. But I was busy. I did miss it yesterday. It was fine. I'm back today. If I miss 2 days, that's probably an issue. And that's the start of it dying. But who knows? Anyway, let's take those 5 minutes. Yeah, and as you heard, I was typing. I'm going to start that over again because I got distracted. Breathe. Listen to the moment. Oh yeah, and also the bird, the blackbird nest. They have all in the past 2 days. The baby chicks have flown away and have not seen them since. So that all went very well. Whole circle of life thing. Well, the beginning of it. So crescent of life? I don't know. Anyway, all right. Relax and breathe. Find your gratitude, put it to words, spread those words.